Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there, welcome back.
So, guys, we did a video that we put up over on Patreon only, and it's talking about the connection between the blue star Kachina, a Hopi prophecy, the 3 days of darkness, the comet that we were talking about yesterday, the emerald tablets of Thoth, and a bunch of other things, and how everything is completely connected.
You know, it was nice because on Patreon we can be a little bit free, you know, which is feels good.
Holy cow, are we free? You know, kind of feels weird to speak so clearly there. So, you know, there's so much that we want to get across, and there's so much still that we have gotten in channeling from 2 nights ago now. That we still have to delve into. We're just trying to find time to get all this down and get across to you guys. We have talked so many times about the X marks the spot, the 2 solar eclipses that will mark a giant X across the U.S. And the U.S. will never be the same. We have so many things going on. We have this. Now, the first one was August 21st, 2017. Now, that was the first time that happened since 1918. 1918 is the last year of World War I. 1918 is also the year of the outbreak of the Spanish flu. Coincidences? I don't think there are coincidences. And then almost 7 years later, not quite 7 years, you have another eclipse that rolls by on April 8th. 2024. Right over the New Madrid is our little box here. Right over the New Madrid. Goes through Cascadia. This is an earthquake zone. We've seen a lot of activity down there recently. And we've even seen earthquakes along the St. Lawrence River. You know, again, all this is connected. You have the Pluto return of the U.S. as well. And don't forget that the whole Russian-Ukrainian war started within a day or so of that Pluto return. Again, everything is written in the stars. When we look at what we really have is three eclipses within this time frame, going between August 2017 and April of 2024. We have one that comes in October. This one's coming quick. This one, again, comes into the same place, Cascadia. And it goes right down and out of Texas. It covers a lot of border area. You know, this is not my writing. You know, again, everybody is looking at this stuff and saying this is crazy. By the way, when you add that in, it does look like the A for anarchy, right? A for anarchy. It also looks like an aleph, which is in the Hebrew language. You know, so it's basically a Hebrew A. Coincidences? No, they're not coincidences at all. In fact, you know, we also have another sign, so to speak. X marks the spot. The many fellow fans of Elon Musk's favorite letter. So Elon is trying to rebrand Twitter. No longer you have the little blue bird logo. Instead, you got this dark, ominous black X, reflecting the company's new name of X Holdings Corporation and his vision of creating X, the everything app. X marks the spot. I mean, you know, look at all these signs. And here we have a crane coming down in Hell's Kitchen. This is in Hell's Kitchen, New York. And, you know, I could put the sound on if it's going to catch. Yeah, that's actually, I shouldn't. But anyway, yeah, it came down. People are running. This is in New York City. And, you know, again, there are signs all around us. There's signs of people having issues. As Mitch McConnell right here is giving a press conference, and all of a sudden he just stops. It's like, is he having a stroke, or did somebody forget to change the battery in the back of Mitch? I don't know. I mean, he is old enough. It could be a medical issue. And of course, we never wish harm on anybody, even when they're part of the control system. Again, it's part of that forgiveness thing that we all should be always working on. And yet, oh boy, do we need change. We need change. But we've been looking at a lot of people glitching. What is going on? Again, we talk so much about all this over on that Patreon side of things. So, he did appear unwell. He just sort of stopped speaking. It was very reminiscent of a stroke. Then we got this. The WHO and the WEF here warning us, disease X. Disease X? Yeah, it's a virus we don't know yet. This just came out July 10th. I wonder when the rebranding thing was out. I think that was, what day is today? Gosh, we're in the 20s. So, I mean, again, it's in the same time frame. It's a virus we don't know yet, but we do know it's out there, and we do know it has the potential to spill over from animal population, potentially into humans, killing people faster than we could contain it. Boy, they're optimistic.
I don't know. I mean, just are they coincidences, and how many coincidences do you need before you can actually brand something as not a coincidence? But this is kind of ongoing information coming in, and it keeps piling itself on top of itself. And there's like all these different things. And after a while, you really can't look at it too many different ways other than, what we're putting out there right now. So I don't know. It's like looking at this and thinking, wow, what is next? How much more do they really have to put it right in front of us about how things are going to change and when they're going to change? And right now, it's just, to me, it's all about getting the spiritual work done, because you can prepare as much as you want for the 3D. You'll never really quite be completely ready. But if you have that spiritual practice down, you're at least going to be stable, and you can roll with the punches at that point.
Yeah, so this is the WEF's page that's talking all about disease X. So X with, again, marking the spot with the eclipses and Aleph, Alpha and Omega, beginning and end, and really, again, a 7-year-ish period. It's not exactly 7 years. It's a little less. But again, you could even go into the fact that the calendars have changed so many times, Julian, Gregorian, and then we got some societies that used to follow a lunar calendar. But, signs everywhere. I felt immediately that the X with Elon was absolutely, this is a marker. This is like, and I'm getting a weird feeling in my solar plexus chakra as I say this. This is just like the Georgia Guidestones no longer being there. It feels like this is a message that goes out there. We know there are these hand signal codes that they send out, so everybody knows what's going on, even though they're not saying something openly. This feels like one of those.
Yeah, it's just kind of on and on and on, and it's up to whoever, to decide when is it that something really weird is in the works.
X is even the name of Musk's young son.
So I wonder why he would do that with a new little soul, naming them X. It must be pretty significant.
Oh, it's significant. Now, this person was just throwing this out here. When you look at the Masonic guild symbol, then you could look at it as kind of like it's really a 6-pointed star when you look at it. And there's so many layers to it. Dos Equis. Yeah, there's symbols out there, but there's also Nibiru, which literally means planet of the crossing. Cross, X. An X is like a cross, right? Tilted. Well, the NAZIs took the solar symbol of the swastika, which was a Hindu symbol of power, but not just Hindu. I mean, other cultures recognize that symbol too. And again, it's the solar disk. It's the power of source. But Nibiru, planet X, yeah, Anunnaki, ancient aliens, yeah. We were just talking too, saying, is that comet? Perhaps blue Kachina. And then red Kachina. Is red Kachina Nibiru? I mean, this is again something that came years ago that Nibiru is quite obviously that we would take for the red Kachina. You know, so again, the planet of the crossing. And there's more information that we'll do in an upcoming video in regards, again, to the dragon symbolism and going into Marduk and also Tiamat. Yeah, crossing place, crossing planet, cross Elon, cross eclipses. Now, again, the moon is a fourth density object that is utilized as a base and a watching station. And it is also something that was put in place by this draconian Anunnakian power grid that's in place. So, you know, if they can put it in place, they could set the timing of eclipses. And again, so many things that we've taken to be a work of God, as in the creator of this universe, is really the creators of the dark matrix that we're in. Yeah, 10th planet, Planet X, Nibiru, it all is so connected. And then again, like Christianity, the sign of the cross. They have Nibiru all over Christianity with the sign of the cross, the crossing, Planet X. Again, it's all so connected. As you know, what we've gotten from direct channeling again of Yeshua, the real Jesus, is he didn't die on a cross. Again, you know, no need for a blood sacrifice when, again, the whole concept of original sin is based on disobedience to the masters. Yeah, slaves in rebellion. And again, this comet, Pons Brooks, that had that outburst. Cindy has gotten information about it, and you know, this is something that is a very important marker of the times that we're in. And there was also a bright comet filmed falling over Texas, shining brightly enough to evoke tears. Let's see if we can see it. They always look the same. They flash, and then they take off. Now, again, they've told us so many things. We got red sprites. We got this. We got that. They've also told us the universe is so many billions of years old, and then they've recently just said, oh, you know what? We were off by a little. It's actually twice as old. You know, they've also said to us, you know, growing up, that the moon is outside of the Earth's atmosphere. Now they say it's inside the Earth's atmosphere. The science is sales. Science is sales. But this guy could dance, and he says, hey, come on, I'll show you a good spot. You get away from those Nibiru guys.
He's just a little cutie. So, yeah, I mean, a lot going on. I think there's so much. This has a lot to do with change in consciousness. And that's why we're harping on this spiritual practice, because that's going to anchor you. That's going to ground you. That's going to give you the information on what to do when. And that's all good. And then really appreciate nature. She's there to help and give you some cute little laughs. I mean, this guy is just adorable.
Yeah, again, the bigger picture is this human experience is a temporary experience of eternal beings having a temporary experience as a human. Now, they want to capture us, utilize our energy for eternity. It ain't gonna happen.
No, not here.
Nope. So, you know, they could take their X show and vamos back on their planet of the crossing. This little guy can dance if he wants to.
Yes.
And he looks like a friend of yours and mine.
He does.
As always, guys, thanks for your support. Come join us on Patreon. We appreciate your support and helping us to dedicate so much time, effort into this work and trying to wake up humanity and get them as prepared as possible. Much love. God bless. Namaste.
Namaste.